Good afternoon. My name is Kate Winters. I'm the marketing consultant that you hired to work on this new advertising campaign for your company, Gators. As you're well aware, your main product was foam clogs that you've then expanded into a wider product line that you're looking to expand into a younger demographic. Of the ones that you presented for me to choose, I've decided to go with Generation Z for this advertising campaign. That would be all of those target market customers that are 20 years and younger right now. We've chosen to target this age group for a number of reasons, largely because you wanted to target a younger demographic in making your brand more in trend, more on style, more cool, and raising a general representation within a younger demographic as a way of expanding your business and ensuring profitability into the future as those kids continue to grow up and use your product in the ways that we're hoping that they will. For this advertising campaign, we're going to be using YouTube influencers. So any kind of YouTube vloggers or DIY channels or video gamers, anything like that, we are not going to discriminate between the channels that we choose to sponsor. But the main idea is that we're looking to reach as many people as possible in an efficient manner. The name of the game here is to use as little money as possible, but reach as many people as possible. And the best way to make efficient use of that money is through specialization. When you can target and you can segment and you can break your market down and down and down as small as possible, then you can reach that very small niche market in a specialized way, and that makes the use of your money specialized, targeted, and efficient more than anything, which means that you're getting the bang for your buck. When you put money into this project, you know that you're going to get out of it what you're looking to get out based on what you've invested. And that's really the goal of the advertising campaign, is to make efficient use of your money. The main idea is to permeate every corner of the internet's wide expanse within these Generation Z target markets, these niches, and these small communities that these people tend to congregate in and tend to view from. And those target markets, that's how we want to do it, is we want the result of this campaign to be complete saturation of this market. We want everyone to know your name, we want everyone to know the product associated with it, and we want everyone to understand the appeal of your shoes, is through this complete and total saturation, this permeation that reaches truly everyone in that demographic, in that segment. And we're going to do this using a number of different strategies. First of all, we're hoping to capitalize extremely heavily on a word-of-mouth advertising strategy. The difference between like influencer marketing and celebrity endorsement is that one is word of mouth. The power of that word-of-mouth advertising is seen across every single use of it. The power of word-of-mouth advertising is that it's not coming from a company, it's coming from a person. And in the instance of a celebrity endorsement, you're associating the fame of that person with your brand and your product and your name. In this case, that's actually not at all what we want to do. It's not our plan, it's not our intention, and it's not how we're going to carry out our advertising campaign. We're going to do something slightly different, and that would be influence marketing. It's word-of-mouth advertising using people that your target market trusts. It's a way of turning those YouTubers, those vloggers, those video gamers, those playthroughs into a trustworthy and therefore efficient method of communicating Gators' prowess, their comfort, their versatility, their inexpensive nature, all of those great things about Gators that both of us know about your company and your product already. We want to permeate this market with that information, and the most efficient way to drive that is through sponsorships of YouTube channels and through widespread product placement in vlogs or sponsored DIYs or anything like that, where our product is getting out there. Not only is your name out there, but your product's out there. And through that, you're able to see the versatility and the comfort and the inexpensive nature and all of those wonderful product points that just are not being properly, efficiently, effectively communicated to that Generation Z 20 under target market right now. In looking to improve that, we're going to use a number of advertising media, but for the most part, we'll be focusing on your digital. While print would usually be books, magazines, newspapers, we don't intend to use those very heavily, as they don't do an efficient job of reaching this Generation Z target market. We're looking for teenagers and tweens and even kids as young as, 8 or 10. And the way to do that is not through the newspaper, it's not through a magazine, and it's not through books, because while those methods would reach a number of these people in the target market, it doesn't do an efficient job of this, because of the people you reach, you're largely going to reach people that are not part of the target market, and that takes away from the the ROI on your plan, because it takes away from the return on those advertisements. Every single person that sees our advertisements, we want to have an impact on, because that makes them efficient, makes them a good use of your money, it makes them a good use of your time, and print media is not going to do this for you. Digital media is also not necessarily going to do this for you, because in a lot of cases that involves TV and radio and movies and websites and things like that. And while those things are doing a better job of reaching Generation Z than print media, they're not the most effective strategy. Using those influencers is the most effective strategy. When you go to a YouTube DIY channel, you're not just reaching Generation Z the way that you would on a lot of websites or video games or music. You're reaching a specific segment of Generation Z. And I want you to remember what I said about efficiency. You are an efficient advertiser when you are able to target and segment and break down that market as much as possible, because that gives you the best shot at placing an advertisement in front of that specific person with specific interests and hobbies and behaviors and geographics and all of those things. It breaks that down so that every single time you advertise, you do so powerfully. And that is truly the goal, because when you're able to reach out to someone and every single time you advertise to them, you hit the mark, you hit the bullseye, and you do exactly what you're looking to do because you leave a lasting imprint on this person. You're not doing it because you're lucky, and you're not doing it because it's random, and you're not doing it because you got close. You're doing it because you were able to break down that market from your overall market, which is all the people that are able and willing to buy your product. From all of those people, that's not good enough. You have to break that down farther through geographics, psychographics, demographics, or behavioral segmentation. You have to be able to break down that market into a target market, and that's through market identification. The best way to do that means that you are advertising efficiently, because every single time you reach a person, you reach a person. You don't just send your message, you deliver it. You truly are able to deliver an impactful message that sticks with the person, and here's the important part, that guides customer behavior. Nothing will influence customer behavior and influence their attention and their retention like efficient advertising, and that comes from segmenting your market as small as possible. That's why when we're looking to target for Gators, we're looking for all of the small niche channels on YouTube that are able to reach these small markets for us. In order to advertise efficiently, we have to be able to break down YouTube influencers into DIY channels and video game channels and playthroughs and unboxing and all of the different extremely varied media that you can find on YouTube that has to be broken down farther. So we're not looking for one YouTube influencer, we're looking for easily 20 in an effort to engage our audience as effectively and as efficiently as possible. When you're spending money on influencers, it's going to be an expensive strategy to promote word of mouth advertising amongst their audience. But the benefit of this is that the ROI on a plan like this is off the charts, truly, because when you reach someone, you're delivering that message every single time without fail. You never fail to deliver the thought that you're trying to communicate. You will always hit your mark if you are able to segment that small enough. And that's the goal with using a numerous wide variety of YouTube channels as our influence celebrity endorsements for this plan. In addition to relying on YouTube for paid promotion, we also want to make sure that Gators has an established presence within Instagram and Twitter as well, because that helps with the idea of constant and complete market saturation. It helps to get your product, your brand, your name out there as much as physically possible, because truly that's one of the best ways to change people's opinions about a product, is to put it everywhere. Where there's no looking away from Gator, there's no choosing something else. Gators is everywhere, and that's a lot of the goal with this plan, in addition to segmenting that market as small as feasibly possible with niche YouTube communities as our endorsers. Now, the most effective method of application of any kind of word of mouth or market identification or advertising media, the most effective way to apply these is through that influence marketing and the targeting of this small niche generation in groups, because that makes your advertising efficient. In this way, we're going to reinvent your brand image and appeal to younger shoppers throughout your 560 physical stores in the nation, and truly bring about a new era for Gators phone clogs. Thank you.